Hey guys, alright, I just picked up the big fans. So I bought a couple of these straight from China, picked them up at the warehouse or the depot, whatever, this morning, and it's going to replace this bad boy. So the idea is I'm going to be building a wall here, and that door is going to come more forward, so it'll just be two fans stacked on top of each other, blowing out that door. At the moment, I'm just going to have it sit on the table, and then I'll get the frame built after, see how we go. So just want to do a comparison. Obviously this little fan, a door open, so you could almost say it's completely naturally hot air is naturally blowing out on its own. You got a couple of vents there, one I've blocked because wanted to try something a bit different. So at the moment it is in this room 34 degrees. It's early in the morning, it's around 7:30 in the morning, so we had a very cool night, around 10 degrees. So, and it's been pumping air from outside, as you've seen in previous videos, and in that room was 21 degrees. So we'll see if this big fan will make a difference. Obviously it'll make a bigger difference once it's sealed up and blowing straight out the door with no air getting going back inside. So yeah, all right, hopefully I don't blow this motor up. Also, I think I mentioned in the previous video that this motor I ordered by accident 380 volts, and we're 415 here in Australia, but because of the VFD I've got installed, it should be okay. We'll see. Would you look at that? So I got one up and running. There's a lot more airflow, obviously. I put that table there because there was just so much loss of air coming out of here. A lot of it was going back into the room. So once I build that wall where it boxes it in, and there's going to be a door replacing that table there, it'll, yeah. So anyway, I'll give it probably another 10 minutes, see how much of a temperature it drops, if any, and then I'll connect to the second one. I've just checked the voltage and I have correctly configured the VFD, so that this is at maximum and it's got 350 volts at the terminal, at the fan itself. So yeah, now the only issue I have is the motor itself of the fan overheating, being a hot room. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, alrighty, next video, two fans. I'm on the other side. Just noted something, but just have a better look at this. This is all temporary. As you can tell, I like to have it nice and neat, how I've wired in the miners, the rigs. But anyway, have a look at this. I don't know if you remember on the previous video I was talking about this was being pushed in. There was too much pressure in this room. Now it's bowing out a bit, and as you can see, probably not, yep, the door is opening a little. So yeah, it's a little bit tacky, but yeah, that's good. I'm gonna experiment a bit. This isn't my wheelhouse, ventilation, blocking those two vents and keeping those vents open. As mentioned, I don't want it to have too much negative pressure in this section of the room. These boards are pretty flimsy. All they are is polystyrene with this foam on it. So if I just had screws, it would quite easily pop off. So I'll put those packers as like washers. There's proper stuff on the market, but mate, I've got thousands of them, so why not use them? Also, just to show you the heat, I was checking the camera this morning and it was so blurry, you can't see it. There's condensation on the lens. I've got to clean that up so I can see out of it. It's been roughly 11-12 minutes. The temperature has dropped in this room. I can definitely feel the difference as well. It's blowing nicely. The motor is very warm. Yeah, I'll suss that out. But notably, this is very interesting. I found so I've kept the door a bit jammed, so it is a lot colder in this room here, a lot colder. So as mentioned, oh yeah, that fell down. As mentioned, it's been sucking the cold air from the stairwell, windows open as well. Being 10 degrees outside overnight, you would think that this room would be freezing, but it wasn't. 21 I think I mentioned. Now there's a VFD, we'll have a look at that a bit later. It's 18 degrees here. Noticeably a lot cooler here. Previous video I mentioned when I'm standing in front of the door, you can feel a temperature change, like hot air, and it's coming back from that other room. Not the case now. It's doing a great job of sucking that air out. Now I wanted to show you guys, I'll just refresh the page. Good old Vanish shows you so here is where I've been pretty much started running that big belt fan. So temperature of the chips around 70. I've got it set to stay at 70. So the fans have been working hard to keep it that way. Fan was at 61% and now it's at 50%. It is noticeably quieter. It's definitely doing its job. Not only actually keeping this room colder or cooler, allowing the air from outside doing its job, and no hot air is coming out because all of it's actually being pushed out. So I might set up the second fan, stack them on top of each other, and see how big of a difference that is. Because what I can do is I could have both fans running at half speed, both full speed. You know, I've got a lot more to play with. And we're back. So I've temporarily, dodgily wired the two fans. And yeah, the temperature's crept up back up to 34 degrees in here. 34. It's not as cool. Let's see what the temperature, yeah, 21. So it's climbing back up. Oh yeah, you can even see here, the fan has started to increase. So let's turn it on. I've got it set to full speed for both. Let's run it. Starts climbing up. Oh, a bit of wobble there. Oh, sounds pretty good. See if I can just. Oh yeah, it's rocking and rolling. I'll have to do something about that. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. The door is. Mate, it's being sucked open. I will. Yeah, you can see all the sheets moving a bit. All right, I'll give this another 10 minutes and see. Yeah, if I can reduce the speed, open up a bit more airflow, or is it just right? It's been almost an hour. I've kept them pretty much in the same spot. They're strapped together, so no more rattling. And yeah, huge difference. They're a lot quieter. We got 23 degrees. I've kept this door shut. I've just moved the chair out of the way. I've had the fan. I can feel a huge difference here already. I've removed the fan, kept that door open. It is sucking air. You can see with the door that is being held open by that pressure. Fans are so quiet. We've got a 17 degrees here. Let's have a look what we've got with the fan speed. I got the wrong. Yep, no, here we go. Just refresh that. So this bit here where it goes up, so it went down, I turned off that single fan, went back up, and then I turned the 2 fans on and it just went down. 57, 48%, now it's at 46%. That's, yeah, pretty good. So we might think of overclocking, especially during the night time, because the temperature will just drop even more, providing I can keep that open. But we'll see. Yeah, alright, that will conclude the video. If you guys have any questions about where I got the fans, if you're in Australia, I could probably, because I've got 4 extra ones. This one where I bought that and how to set it, it's pretty straightforward. I've got it at 100% at the moment. I might reduce it, but yeah, I'll muck around with it. Alright guys, till next time.